Hello friends, and welcome to today's video. I am going to show you how I get my morning basket together and then quickly show you what I'm going to have for November. So if this is something you're interested in, stick around. Welcome back. If this is your first time here, I am a homeschool mom to a second grader. We love all things books, homeschool, and sharing our journey with you. And if that is something that is interesting, I'd love if you hit that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up if you like this video. And if you've already hit that subscribe button, thank you so much. I appreciate it. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of my library books out of this basket and get them separated so that I can get them returned. And then I'm going to take our books out. This is also a really good time where I need to go through her personal bookshelf and clear out for our rotation. So I usually clear out in fall and in spring, and I have not done that this year. So I'm going to do that first. So like I said, first thing is I'm taking all of the library books out. Luckily, I think they're like all kind of right here at the very front, it looks like. Now, all of the rest of these that are mine, I'm going to pull out to go into our personal library collection. Now, the ones that are like strictly Halloween, I'm going to go ahead and take out and put downstairs in our book collection. The ones that are still kind of fall related, I'm going to leave them in her personal bookshelf in her room. So for instance, like this one, I feel like it's very fall, so I'm going to leave these up in her little library book, as well as this one. This one, I don't know. There's a few I may end up donating, like I mentioned last time, but so far I can't decide, so I'm just going to hold on to these for a little bit. And then this one will go downstairs too. All right, so I've got my 3 stacks here, library books to be returned, books that I'm going to take to her bookshelf in her room, and then books that are going to go downstairs in the rotation. So let's go and put these in her bookshelf, as well as get any books out that need to go out. So all of these are the books that she has in her room on her bookshelf. Now, like I said, I have not redone this since this spring. So it is definitely time to get some of these out of here. I will put these on her bookshelf, but first I'm going to go through all of the ones that I need to pull out. So I've kind of went through everything. I kind of grouped some like with like things, and then there's still some things I could take out of here, but I'm going to be adding some more with like this next month and the next month that we'll leave in through the winter. So I'm just going to leave all this here. We've got some space to add to it. Some of these little books, it may be time to almost get rid of those, but we haven't so far. So now we have all this space that we can add new books to. Then this is the pile that I got out of there, so they're going to go downstairs into the rotation. Again, it's not that they're like not appropriate for this time of year, but we just kind of rotate things out so that it feels like it's fresh and new again. So this stack is going downstairs, and then we're going to figure out what we need to pull for our November basket. All right, now here are all of my surplus books that I have for storing, and I apologize, all of our book areas are very dark areas. So what I've got is I've got this giant pile of books that I pulled out of her room. First, I'll go through here and see if there's any I want to pull out for November. Then I will add all of the ones that I just got. Usually how this works is I add to the back of the pile here. So all of these should be Christmas here, definitely. And then these are just like a few that will kind of rotate in. So I'll go ahead and start pulling a few of these. All right, so I was able to pull out a few. I don't have a ton for that time of year really, so these are just some of the board books that I find go really well right there. Then some of these other books that are just kind of random ones I'm going to put here. My Halloween ones, except for my board books, I will go ahead and put those in here. All of the Halloween ones and the board books are going to go right here, and then my Halloweens will go in the very back, right in front of the Christmas ones. And so I have some Christmas way back here in the back, and then I have some Christmas here. All the rest of these I'm just going to put right here, and then that way I know that these are the last ones that we kind of rotated. So if I want to rotate more, they will be here, and these all just kind of stay here. And I know that if I end up taking up more space than this, that I need to look at paring down some. If it's not fitting in her bookshelf and here, it's time to pare some things down. So I just have a very small stack of books that I'm going to be bringing up for November, and then all of these will get put into a November basket. All right, now all I do is I take all the things that I'm going to use for this month, and so I pulled this out because I want her to do at least one of these. This is like the a giant dot to dot. I want her to do at least one of those this month. This is just a little book that I added kind of into our rotation. So anytime a new book comes out of rotation like these, I first introduce them into the basket before they go into. So even if it doesn't really have anything to do with November or Thanksgiving, I do add those to this basket first just so that we have them. Now, these were actually in my last basket, but we actually didn't read those two, so I'm going to add those back again. Another one that I'm just bringing back kind of into the rotation, kind of makes me think of fall. I don't know if it is or not, but we have Give Thanks for Each Day, Pete the Cat and the First Thanksgiving, There Was an Old Lady Who Swallowed Some Leaves, The Very First Americans, The Trail of Tears. This is a Step into Reading book. Maisie Makes Gingerbread. Again, not all completely part of November. The Keeping Quilt, I think this just looks really cool. I love the coloring, and so it just makes me think of fall. We haven't got to read that yet, so I'm putting that in there. Another one that just makes me think fall because of the colors. I don't know that it is, but I'm just going to add these in there because they're coming out of rotation. Then I have my What Was the First Thanksgiving, and then I will have different like little coloring sheets that I'm going to be finding, different arts and crafts that we're going to be doing, and so all of that I'll actually end up doing as a whole different video so you can see what I'm kind of planning to do. And I definitely want to go to the library and see how many Native American books I can find, because I would like to do a little bit of a deeper study this year into the Native Americans, just so that we can really get our head wrapped around this a little bit better this year than we did last year. I just want to add that a little bit further and talk about the first Thanksgiving just a little bit deeper than we did last year, because we're 1 year older, so I just want to bring the depth of that just a little bit deeper. So if you enjoyed seeing how I kind of rotate and get all of these things together for the month, I would love if you hit that subscribe button, give me that thumbs up, and please, any questions or comments or any resources that you have for me for adding to like Native American studies this month, please put those down in the comments. I would love to see if there's something that I really need to pick up. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.